Comfy. Really, really tiny and cute. Really, really tiny. Let's see how an orange is big compared with this orange. Huh. Power supply cable. I guess this is gonna be the supply adapter. Yes, it is. Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. This is 15 volts. This is gonna drive this 12AX7 with 15 volts. Okay. Okay. Or maybe not. Okay, we have here a beautiful on-off switch. Let's see how smooth it is. Really smooth. 1/4 inch input jack phones. Aux in. Interesting. We have a tone stack with volume and gain. Input jack, obviously. Or maybe not. Power supply. Bit of information. Speaker output. At least 8 ohms. Remember that. 20 watts. Okay. Okay. Made in China. Okay, signal path, guitars, humbuckers, single coils. This has Seymour Duncan's hot roller pickups in it. And this is a Fender American professional one, Telecaster. Pretty straightforward. I'm gonna plug it directly into the amp. Maybe after, I'm gonna show you how this little amp takes pedals, especially with this one, which is kind of a replica of a Tube Screamer. Then, the main character of this signal path is this beautiful self-made cabinet, which I made in these days. It's loaded with a Celestion 50 watts in it, which was initially there, inside. I swapped it with a Jensen. Okay, I'm gonna record with a SM57, a good old classic, straight into my Focusrite, and then with Logic as a DAW. Okay, firstly I'm gonna go through some clean tones. I'm gonna turn the tone pot from low to high, maybe choosing 3 positions, low, middle and high. I'm gonna do this for the neck pickup of both guitars, and then I'm gonna swap into the bridge position and do maybe the same. with another setting, which is gonna be some kind of crunch. Okay, now to the neck pickup. I'm gonna lower the volume down to see how the amp is gonna clean up. Okay, now we're gonna go with a full gain setting. Okay, now it's time to engage this pedal board. I'm gonna play into the setting of before, meaning the crunch setting, and I'm gonna do a little riff with the bridge pickup in both cases. I'm gonna do it without pedal, and then I'm gonna engage this stereo drive for both guitars.
So here we are at the end of this demo. I want to give you some remarks, starting with some cons. So firstly, the first con I want to say is the partial lack of features we have. We know the equalizer is just summarized into one single pot, and there is no FX loop. So everything you wanna use, you're going to be use it plugged into the front end of the amp. That's okay. There are so many other amplifiers which doesn't have FX loop. For example, my other Fender Blues Junior, which is really good and I love it. Perhaps the biggest problem related with the lack of a FX loop is the lack of a reverb, which my Blues Junior has, but it's okay. Con number 2 is the clean sound of this amp. You can hear that this is not a valve amp from the clean sound. It's a bit flat, I would say. I would consider it a bit flat and with low volume. Con number 3, the gain has a big influence on the file and volume of the amp, and at low gain stages you're gonna get kind of clean sound which is not gonna give you some volume. So the clean sound is a con for me. Then maybe for someone else, not for me but for someone else, the size can be a problem, because it looks a bit strange to have like a little box like this on a 1x12 or 2x12 cabinet, but this is relative. And then another problem for other people, not for me, is the fact that this is an hybrid kind of amp, which some vacuum tube addicted people is gonna say, you know, this is not a full valve amp, it's not for me. Don't be biased to the fact that this is an hybrid amp, because especially with a gain sound, it's not gonna sound like a transistor amp at all. Okay, let's go with the pros. Pro number 1, it deserves this place, is the price. I bought this little amp from Musics. I spent 134 Swiss francs, which are kind of the same amount in dollars. Really, this is just a ridiculous price for an amp like that. This is an amazing quality for this price. I was expecting the fact that this is made in China, but it's okay. Pro number 2 is the volume. I said before, the volume of the clean is not so loud, but the overall volume, for example, with a crunch setting, you're gonna get so much volume, and it's gonna sound like a much bigger amp. Pro number 3 is the cabinet versatility. I had people in YouTube which plugged it into a 4x12 and they sounded pro and pretty amazingly. Pro number 4, which I don't know, I set to number 4 because it's really important, is the sound with some gain. If with a clean sound we kind of get that this is not a full valve amp, you're gonna get that really, really reliable orange sound, real orange sound with a crunchy full gain sound. And I would challenge everyone with a blindfold on to understand which amp is which. I don't know, a challenge between the Micro Terror and the Tiny Terror and other orange amplifier heads, which are kind of 10 times the price of that. I would challenge everyone. The last pro is that it takes pedals really well. Thank you for your attention. See you the next time. Peace and love.
The dimension of control has taken over my desire.